On any camping trip, there always comes that time where you've got to pack up your camper and head home. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to pack down in the correct manner. There's some finer details in this, so make sure you pay attention. In preparation, I've removed all the spreader poles inside the camper, and if you look carefully, there's some great places to store them inside, so they're there ready next time you set up. I've taken the center bow pole out of its Velcro attachment to the roof and laid it down. Make sure you get all the cushions and everything in the right place as shown before you start packing up, so that you've got plenty of room to close the lids without having to force anything. And remember, if you feel like you've got to force it, stop and check why the camper won't do what you're wanting it to do. Now that we've got it to this stage, the first thing we need to do is pack up the steps. When you pack up the steps, it's very important that if you've used the adjuster bar on the bottom of the steps and lengthened it to make your steps sturdy, you need to return it to its lowest position. This is in its lowest position. The linch pins are put in from this side and clipped over to the inside of the step. The important thing with that, you don't want them sitting out and damaging this seal here when you close the steps. So that's all correct. Close it up and grab our large key with the little triangle drive on it and close it up. Always use this key, don't just put your hand in and turn the latches across. What this does is it actually pulls the door in on the seals to give you a good seal around the door to keep dust and water out. Put our caps back into place. Now we're ready to continue on. What I've done is unzip the sides here around the door. Never leave any of your canvas rolled up. Put all your internal shades, external windows down and zipped up, and don't leave the door rolled up. When you leave, especially the mesh rolled up, you can actually damage it if you get crinkles and weight put on it. So roll it down for its own protection as well. Now we can raise all our tent skirts up, get them off the edges, and undo our front latches holding down the front bed. Once all our skirts are up, we can start closing up the camper. The rear bed is the first one we fold up, so we need to undo the supports. Now we can start folding it up, and we want to try and tuck the canvas in as we go. We're not going to fold it straight over and latch it down. We're going to bring the other side over and make sure our tropical roof pole and everything's sitting flat. All the poles are neat inside the walls before we start latching it down. Something I did while I was inside taking all the spreader poles out was to tuck away the PVC draft skirt that sits over this joint here from the mattress into the main body of the camper. I folded it back, tucked it underneath the mattress, so I don't have to worry about it protruding through the seals once I've packed up. After a quick double check, making sure no canvas or PVC is poking through the seals, I can latch down the camper. Always like to use both latches where possible to clamp it down. Puts less stress on everything. Now I don't want to over tighten these seals. I find this one sitting a little bit low, so what I'm going to do is back it off a little bit, because when I latch the other lid down over the top of it, I want to see a little bit more compression in this seal to know that the seal across the center here is making good compression and not going to allow any dust or water into the camper. Now I've got my lid almost down. I've tucked my canvas all around. I've made sure there's absolutely no canvas sticking up across the center seal there. And what I like to do is to use my weight to pull the lid down. So get the lid in the crook of my arm and pull it down like that. Now, quick double check, make sure nothing's poking through and clamp it down. I've managed to see that it has pulled down on this seal just that little bit, so I know I'm getting good contact here. I'll go over the other side, latch it down and make sure the same happens over there. Now it's time to pack up the spares. I've returned my support arms back to their original position, put the pins in. Both my latches are still in the retracted position, so I can lift up the spares and put the latches through. Now they're locked into position, I can close the boat rack. To lower the boat rack, remove our pins and we can let the boat rack go back over. To make it easy, we've left our rope attached. You can literally throw it over the other side. And pull our rack down. Latch down both sides and put in your pins and we're done with the rack. Don't forget to pack up all 4 of your stabiliser legs. Pull the blue handle out. Once you've put the stabiliser leg up, make sure it's secure and the blue handle is locked back into its position. That way the leg can't fall down while you're travelling. And that, folks, is how you pack up your AUSRV LX. Give it one more look around, make sure all your cabinet doors are shut properly. There's no canvas or vinyl poking out of any of the seals around the lid. All your stabiliser legs are up and your pins are put back in on your boat rack. Check it once over. If you're heading off after a few days, check your wheel nuts as well. Make sure they're all torqued to the right setting. For more great information videos, head across to our YouTube channel and go to our website and download a copy of the owner manual.